Hello, welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I'm glad you're here. I am working on a hummingbird sitting on a branch. It's a hummingbird again. I love painting hummingbirds. I've got the branch almost done here. Just need to make it a little bit bigger right here. And later I'll put it over the sides. I don't have to do that right now. I can wait. I have some color on my palette. It's pretty much ready to go. I need to mix together blue and brown. And this is ultramarine blue and burnt umber for the brown. And I've done it in many videos before. I hope you've seen some of the other videos with the hummingbirds on them. This one I particularly like because it's got a lot of purple and red and just really beautiful colors in the background. So I'm gonna make some nice gray. So I need to add white to it to do that. There we go. That's a pretty good gray. I like that a lot. I'm not gonna mix it all together because I want it to look like two different colors. To vary. There we go. I want it to vary in her painting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start painting on her. So I've got our him. It's a him. There we go. That'll help on this young male. So it's got gray on the front, and the little feathers are. Let me turn it upside down so I can start on the feathers. And then on the tail. So we'll start with like a black on the tail, which is burnt umber and ultramarine. I'm gonna paint on that edge of his little tail right there. Just go right out to the edge. If I have to change it later, I can do that. I just don't want to go painting over it to where I'd have to take it off, because that's going to be requiring pulling it off of here or painting over it. I don't want to have to do that. So I'm going to stay within the edge of my pencil line. And it's almost black in the picture, so I'm going to make some more that's pretty black. Just brown and blue. Not so much white. I just realized I forgot my microphone. I'll see if I can add it even as I'm videoing. I'm going to actually put it on there as I'm videoing this instead of starting the video over. There we go. Hopefully that's better for the sound. All right. So I've got my black right here. I need to add a little bit more blue to it. Make it more black instead of brown. I'm going to go right over that line I already put in there. The gray on the bird. And I've got distilled water so I can make sure this doesn't dry. There we go. I'll go right into that black. This has got to have a little bit more brown. There we are. paint that in. I need to move this palette over a little bit because I don't want to rest my hand there. I'm going to go right over this little bit that I put in here, make it black instead. And while I've got the brown, I'll go ahead and put a coat on the limb. A coat of brown on the limb. There we go. All right. I'm going to blend this out so that it doesn't leave a hard line where I've stopped. There we go. Just pull it right up into the branch. Doesn't matter, I'll paint brown over it anyway. And I'm going to turn it the other way to finish painting his little tail. But it's pretty much black underneath his body right here. And I can paint that from the other, the right way, not upside down. But the tail itself, I'm going to paint it upside down. Okay, we're going to turn you around and continue. I need to add white to my gray. And I'm going to put it on its little head. Well, yeah, just around the eye. Well, at least below here. So it's got little feathers that are, I'm going to start at the base. So I'm going to turn her upside down again. I'll paint you upside down. How about that? And I remember what I was going to do was paint the brown. Let me do that. Right on that limb. I'll decide if I want to change it up later, but for now I'm going to put a coat because brown, burnt umber is going to be translucent. Yeah. You're going to be able to see parts of it through it. So the only line I'm not worried about it. The only line I'm concerned with right here is the one that's to this side of the brush. I'm not concerned with the lower one yet because I will flip it back around, which it would be the upper one if we're doing it the way the picture is. That's okay for a start, and I'm not concerned about his little feet yet. We'll put those in later. But I can go ahead and add the black that's right here at the base of his tail. There we go. I'm going to get some black. And I'm going to paint that in on the tail from the line of the branch down. There we go. And it kind of just comes down as feathers. And there's a little bit of light where there's the edge of the feathers. So I'm going to take that out with a, I'll just use a Q-tip, it's fine. It's a little bit lighter. I can paint the feathers back in, or the line edge of them. There's a white edge on the feathers, so I'm going to put that in. It's not white, it's lighter. Lighter than black for sure. Okay, we'll come down. And it's not going to stay that thick. We can fix it. And a little bit of gray on the edges of this feather where I took a Q-tip to it. There we go. And it has a little bit of white feathers coming down here, which we'll get later. Right now, I'm just gonna leave them like that. Okay, I'm gonna make this line thinner. This brush is damp. If I come into the side of it, let's get one that's got this. I might need one that's gonna be stand up better. Yeah, I'm gonna get one that's a little bit stiffer than that one. There we are. And this little side is going to be coming up. I'll take it down to one line. Yeah, I'm glad you joined me today. Over here. That looks pretty good. I need to make sure it's thin enough. So I can add black there. Yep. Just go right up to that white line. There, and I can put some on this one as well. So I can do a second coat of the black if I need to later. For now, I just need to get it established where it's going to be. I want that white line to stay there. It's a feather, so it's going to stay pretty stiff looking. See if I can get it to flatten out a little bit. It's kind of got texture. There we go. I'll just pick up some of it. Okay, so I'm ready for more black. And I've noticed, you know what, it's fine. It's all totally fine. We'll just leave it. The outside edge is not perfectly straight. All right. Okay, so there's not any dark up in the upper part of the body here. It's all gray. So I'm going to stop and go ahead and put this the other way. And it's got more white here. I'm going to put white on where I just took out some of the edge of that feather, the white feather, and put some white there. I'll just blend you in, huh? And it's not that light, it's going to be more gray. There we go, just use that. Getting some more black. There we go. And while I'm here, I'm going to grab some of the brown with the same brush I was just using. It's got a little bit of black mixed into it too, and I'm going to do an upper part of this branch. Okay. And maybe go right off the canvas. I'll finish the sides later. I don't have to do them right now. Get some more brown. Yeah, I like that brown with a little bit of black in it. It's nice. I'm going to need to put some gray on this bird. It's a little tummy. I'm going to need to turn it upside down to do that, to get it the right angle. And right over the edge. Yeah, one of the sides is going to be smaller. It's fine. Not worried about it right now. Not concerned about it. I'm not concerned about much of anything right now. Just painting a hummingbird. So I'm going to turn it upside down. and get some gray for the feathers. And they're in a design, so I've got a picture of it right there. I'm going to actually start putting in the design of the little feathers on its tummy. And I'm starting upside down because they layer over top of each other. So I've got gray, and I went through some of the brown too, and white. There we go. And it starts right here. We're just going to put a little bit of it and a little bit over the top of the, actually it's behind the branch, so I need to paint so that it doesn't go over the top of it, or else just do the branch again. I don't have to worry about it right now. Just do the branch later again. I'm going to get in the white too. Let's go ahead and put that on there. There we go. And it has a little bit of green in its feathers too, surprisingly enough. It's a male, so it's got some green on the front feathers as well. And we'll just put that in there. I need a little bit darker gray is what I need. I need to put some black too. There we go. We're going to get some white and gray. I keep painting, painting in the feathers as they appear on here. I don't want to leave any of the sky showing through. Okay, so I've got more gray. I get darker gray. And at this point I could, if I had to, I could stop. It's not a problem. I can come back to it pretty easily. It's not going to be like I have to finish it right now, but just wanted you to know it doesn't have to stay wet. I don't have to keep doing it, but I'm going to do it. And in the center of his little tummy, he has some feathers coming out, some white feathers, which I can put that in. I don't have to paint it upside down to do that. Let me turn you back another way. There we are. I'm going to put in the white. There we go. And it is feathers, so I'm just going to pull over it with a fan brush. Yep. Okay. Rinse that off. Yeah. And I will continue on this when I come back. I'm actually gonna Actually, I'm gonna finish some of the green, little feathers that are on the front, the gray green, right here. I want those to go over, that's why they're on top there. There we are. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn you back upside down. How about that? I'll put in darker as well later, but right now I've got green and gray. I'm gonna get some darker gray. A little bit. These are his little feathers. Yeah, and I can use green too, because he's got like a little bit of green. I can't show you the reference photo because it's on my computer, but I have an image of it on paper. There we go. I'll probably be putting more white on it next time. That's fine. I'm gonna get some green and some gray. Keep going. Next row is going to be lighter. There we are. Rinse that off. Green and gray. It's kind of pretty. And I'll go in darker gray as well to make those little edge lines where the end of the feather is. But I'm going over the pencil mark. And that's helping tremendously to make it look like it's a hummingbird. Okay. Yeah, let's go darker. I'm gonna get some of the black and the gray. Right there. That's going to be dark enough. I just need to go and put a little bit for each feather. That's plenty dark. One feather at a time. On the lighter green and the gray. Okay, so I just need to get darker green. or darker gray, sorry. There we go, darker gray. I'll go right over that little feather as it is. Get that little ridge of a, well, the color anyway, looks like a little stripe of the darker color. There we are. I'm going to touch up down here too, with the bottom part of it. And he'll have little white feathers as well. Put those in a bit. I'm going to be concerned about this only. There we go, we'll blend it. A little bit. I just need to leave the defining line between the feathers and the lighter green and gray. What the only color that I'm missing here is white, which I can come back in here with white. Okay, I need to get more gray because that's got a lot of green in it. Let's get more gray right here and some white. Here we are. I'm gonna make this less defined, because right now it looks like a bunch of dots. And make it less defined with a paper towel. There we go. Yeah. Okay, go also further down on the front of this little bird. There we go. And I'm going to go for the darker color again. And then I'm going to blend it with a fan brush a little bit. A little bit darker. There we are, darker gray. Okay. I'll pull up into this little bird's body and blend that together a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. I don't want to go all the way up the bird and leave a big stripe. I just want to blend a little bit so it's not so defined where the different colors are. There we go. Right now it looks pretty green, so I'm probably going to have to go over it with a little bit of gray. But I'm pretty happy with it the way it is right now. I'm going to turn it the right way so we can get a good view of it. There we go. Flip your back around. Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. Okay, so I am so glad you joined me. Please subscribe to TK Bowl Chat. And please, if you like the video, please like the video. And if you want to leave a positive comment, that'd be great. I will see you in the next video. And God bless you, my friend.